Welcome back to our Legal Talks, your go-to platform for decoding corporate governance, legal compliance, and boardroom practices. In today's video, we are discussing a special resolution passed by the members of the company during its EGM, a resolution that allows the grant of employee stock options to identified employees amounting to 1% or more of the company's issued capital during any single year. As per SEBI regulations, share-based employee benefit and equity regulations, the company issuing options to identified employees amounting to 1% or more companies issued capital, then by way of special resolution has to be passed by the members. So now why this is important? So under this SEBI share-based employee benefit scheme, share-based employee benefits and sweat equity regulation 2021, any grant of ESOPs exceeding 1% of company's share capital to specified employee or employees in a financial year requires explicit shareholder approval through a special resolution. This measure ensures transparency, fairness, and accountability in rewarding top performers or critical candidates. In this video, we will break down the legal language, the statutory backing under Section 62(1)(b) of the Companies Act 2013, and the practical implications of passing such a resolution. We'll also cover the procedural elements from accounting compliance and Regulation 15 of powers delegated to the board and compensation committee. Whether you are a company secretary, legal professional, or professional student, startup founder, or corporate board member, this deep dive will give you a clear understanding of how high value ESOP grants are lawfully approved. On the letterhead of the company, so we are talking about the resolution certified true copy. So I will explain you how to draft and how the resolution will be. Certified true copy of the resolution passed by the members of the company. So write your company name at their extraordinary general meeting held on so day, date, time, you fill these blanks at its registered office situated at fill the blank. Approval for grant of options to the identified employees during any one year equal to or exceeding 1% of the issued capital of the company at the time of grant. This is the subject. So now the resolution resolved that pursuant to the provisions of Section 62(1)(b) and all other applicable provisions, if any, of the Companies Act 2013, read with rules framed thereunder, including any statutory modifications or reenactment thereof for a time being influenced, and in accordance with the relevant provisions of memorandum and articles association of the company. So these are the fundamental documents we have to refer. And Securities Exchange Board of India, if the company is a listed company or proposed to be listed company or company going for an IPO, Securities Exchange Board of India, share-based employee benefit and equity regulations 2021, SEBI, SBEB, ASC regulations 2021, and SEBI LODR, listing obligations and disclosure requirement regulations 2015. That is SEBI LODR regulations, as amended from time to time and in accordance with such other circulars, rules, regulations, and guidelines issued or that may be issued by SEBI and or other appropriate authorities from time to time, and further subject to such other approvals, permissions, and sanctions as may be necessary. The consent of members of the company, BMD, is hereby. So the consent of members of the company, B&E, is hereby accorded to create, offer, and grant from time to time options equal to or more than 1% of issued, subscribed, and paid up capital of the company, excluding outstanding warrants and conversions of the company at the time of grant. During any 1 year, to identified employee or employees of the company in accordance with the SEBI share-based employee benefit and equity regulations 2021, and the scheme within the overall ceiling options that may be granted pursuant to the respective scheme. This is what the resolution, because this resolution is exclusively we are passing for where the grants are given 1% or more than 1% to issued to the employees, 1% of the issued subscribed or paid up capital of the company in 1 year. So resolve further that the company shall conform to the accounting policies prescribed under Regulation 15 of SEBI regulations and any other applicable laws and regulations to the extent relevant and applicable in connection with the implementation of the scheme. So the accounting policy is as per the Regulation 15 of the SEBI share-based employee benefit and sweat equity regulations. And resolve further that the board or the compensation committee is hereby authorized. So the committee or board is authorized to make, sign, execute, or submit or acknowledge tenders, applications, deeds, documents, papers, grant letters, intimations, and such other documents as may be required and are in its absolute discretion as it may deem necessary for notification, administration, and superintendent and implementation of this scheme. Because the scheme has to be implemented, scheme has to be administered by the board or the nomination remuneration committee, which is designated as a compensation committee. So members are giving authorization to the board or NRC for administration, superintendence, and implementation of this scheme, and to take such steps and to do all such acts, deeds, things, and matters in this regard, including the filing of necessary forms, applications, intimations, and disclosures with concerned authorities and institutions for their requisite approvals as may be required under applicable laws from time to time, without being required to seek any further consent or approval from the members of the company. So again, there is no need to get further approval from the members. So members are the only approving all the resolutions. This is particularly for ESOPs granting 1% or more paid up capital to the identified employees in any 1 year. The above resolution was passed with special resolution. This is what the certified true copy of the special resolution approved by the members or the EGM. So this is what certified copy for the here you write your company name, director name, designation, signature, DIN number. And that wrap up our detailed breakdown of the special resolution for granting ESOPs equal to or exceeding 1% of the company's issued share capital to identified employees. We have seen this resolution. It's not just about rewarding employees, it is about aligning a long-term incentivize the shareholders, shareholder value, while staying fully compliant with the Companies Act and SEBI regulations. In this content, if the video is helpful, understand regulatory and procedural framework better, please like the video, share it with your peers, and subscribe to RR Legal Talks and RR Corporates for more insight on the board resolutions, corporate filings, and legal compliance in India. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. We have 2 channels, RR Corporates and RR Legal Talks. These are the 2 channels. Thank you.